Hey guys, Vsauce, David here, and if you ever wanted to know where the meditation in Westlake Village is, it's around here. Right there. Our school is around here. That's where I am right now, so don't tell anyone. Now if you ever wanted to know the inside of it, let me take you inside.
Presentation. Do you have to go to like all different places like that?
Well,
Islamic.
other groups do, yeah. So
Okay.
like
Our
there's
specific
Hindu,
was
yeah.
Buddhism. Oh, good. Good.
Cool.
Well, I think compassion, love is the basis. I mean, whenever we meditate, it's always love, wisdom in love and compassion. So, that is something I think you find in all religions, the love and compassion piece. And kindness to others, patient acceptance, I'm not familiar with every religion, but, the idea that you can work things out without violence and unkindness, and you can do things with.
What is the difference between Buddhism and the main difference between Buddhism and other religions?
So the big difference between Buddhism and other religions is that there's no God in Buddhism. We don't have a God. There's no God.
Right.
Everything is created by mind, and so everyone can become a Buddha. So there isn't any, pinnacle being at the top. That's the really big difference.
Can you give us like a little bit of history on Buddha?
Yeah, so Buddha came into the world about 2,600 years ago, and he was born in a wealthy family somewhere in India. He supposedly around his birth there were some special circumstances, like his mother had no pain while she was birthing him in childbirth. She had several dreams surrounding his before he was born, that he was going to be a very special child. And then of course he was born to rank and privilege, so he had really everything you could want in a material way, but he was very aware of the sufferings of others. And at one point he went outside his castle as a young man, and he saw a sick person, he saw a dead person, and he saw a baby or something, and he recognized that these are all the sufferings that we go through, and felt like he had to do something. There's some discussion that there was actually some other Buddhas that were just talking with him and saying, you promised you would come here and you wouldn't be just a king sitting on the throne, you would actually come and save everyone else, and so when are you going to get to it? And so he said, you're right, I'm going to get to it. So he asked his father, would you please let me live this spiritual life? And his father said, no, I don't want you to do that. He got him a wife, and he actually had a son. But then he finally, when he was about 30, he said, I've done as much as I can in this material world, and now I need to go out and be what I was really meant to be, which is a Buddha. And then I think he lived to be about 85. And his wife actually became a nun as well, and probably his son, and many, many, many followers and stuff like that.
What is the essential characteristic of Buddhism?
I would say the essential characteristic is that Buddha taught that everything comes from the mind, that everything is created by the mind, and that everything you experience is something that comes from a cause you created, such that that's the way you experience it. If you experience something as positive, negative, or neutral, like, it's all because of you, and nothing has inherent existence.
Right.
So it's also the idea of emptiness. So emptiness is sort of the idea that everything that we see, everything that appears to our mind, is a reflection of our mind. So essentially this world is just like a dream.
Right.
So it's almost like a dream world that we're experiencing every day. And when we actually realize the nature of reality, this thing doesn't appear the way it exists. It appears to be solid, and it's really there. It's actually a projection of my mind, but I believe it so much that it feels like it's solid to me. That's not really the case. That's the wisdom aspect
Right.
of Buddhism. So, but it's basically the nature of reality is not the way, it's not the way we perceive it at all. It's very, very different. It doesn't really exist. Everything arises and dissolves in and out of emptiness. Emptiness is the only thing that appears the way it exists. So.
Girl, I lose myself up in those eyes.